even trumping Florida, because even though Florida has 2, they haven't really been a player since 2008 or 9, right? Now they look like they're trending in the right way, and they may have the best, they may have the most talent. These are, you can split hairs here. How about this? They may have the best quarterback returning. We'll see. Okay, because you need to keep an eye on DJ Lagway, because he was limping on one leg the last month of the season and made plays. I don't know how he did it, because when he went down, I thought he tore his leg up. And then they brought a golf cart out. Crazy. Right?
Okay, if he's making a case for the best returning starting quarterback, who else is making the case? Like, who else has a bid in that? Quinjamin Ewers?
Well, where's he going to start?
LSU.
You think he could beat out Nussmeier?
I do.
I think it'd be closer than you think.
Really?
I do. I don't know why. Nussmeier's a good player.
I think so, too.
His offensive coordinator had no business being an offensive coordinator at LSU. It was in his first year of play calling. I mean, if he had Lane Kiffin, or if he had some of the other play callers in the league, Sark, it would be different. I think Nuss is look, you got to remember, it's not just you, it's who's calling your plays. If you drop Nuss somewhere else or dropped a better play caller with him, I think he's even one tick up, and one little tick up in sports is big. You know, if you take a couple of baby steps, whatever sport, like Ole Miss and Mississippi State baseball, everybody's hoping that these players got a little bit better the last 7 months. Well, if they did, then you're talking, that's a big step. I think Nussmeier's good. I do.
Okay. Is there anywhere else Quinn would transfer to in the SEC? Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
Hadn't that window closed? Yeah.
That window closes?
I guess he can go back in this, because it closes after you.
Sure.
No. I'm sorry. After you sign, you can't go. Okay. So I don't know where Quinn would go. Arch Manning is going to start at Texas. DJ Lagway is going to start at Florida. Austin Simmons is going to start at Ole Miss. Nussmeier, I assume, is going to start at LSU. Jackson Arnold is going to start at Auburn. I don't know who's going to start at Alabama. Maybe Ty Simpson, maybe someone else. Lenora Sellers is going to start at South Carolina. I guess Georgia is going to roll.
Stock.
With Gunner. State, I guess it's going to be Blake Shapen, but we'll see what Cromenhawk can do.
Alabama needs a quarterback.
Well, they got 2 or 3 that are talented. We just haven't seen them play a lot.
That's true.
How much time do I have? All right, we're live in the Bank Plus studio. I think when you're taking power rankings, SEC football, knowing that there's another portal open, it's even more difficult to predict for all of us today than it was just a couple of years ago. Y'all know it's a combination of talent, your schedule, and coaching. And they are all huge factors. So talent, coaching, and your schedule. I lean Texas, knowing how much they're rolling, and Sark. Yeah, we're talking about teams spending 15 to 20 million. Texas may start spending 25 to 30 million in football, and they can, or they can spend 30 to 35 million in football. There's really no, there's no limit, there's no cap for them until something like that happens at some point, which I think most everybody, maybe other than Texas and Ohio State and a couple others, hope that we get some kind of salary cap and guardrails here sooner than later. They've done collegiate athletics, college athletics leadership has done a poor job kicking the can down the road for a couple of decades now, knowing that this was coming as far as athletes were going to get paid because it was illegal for them not to get paid. And somebody last night made a great point. You're a theater major and you can go give piano lessons. Prior to NIL, you can go give piano lessons, which is wonderful. You're very talented. You're in an unbelievable art school, and you give 2 piano lessons a day at $50 an hour, and you can also, try out for the symphony in your local area, whatever market you're close to, and get paid if there is any money there. But my point is, you could do that. Whereas Jake Mangum and Tim Elko, think about how caveman dumb this is. Jake Mangum and Tim Elko couldn't give baseball lessons while they were Mississippi State and Ole Miss players. Now, Jake could break the bank. I don't know if that's his interest post playing. He can do media and business and so on whenever he hangs up the cleats. But he would be able to set the market like it's never been set. And even in a state like Mississippi, where we have a lot more money today than we did 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, thank God. And there's a lot more people doing really, really well, which is good for the state and the area. Jake could get up there in that $200, $250 an hour range. But I want you to think that Dak Prescott and Jackson Dart could not give Jackson Dart could, excuse me. Dak Prescott and Eli Manning could not give Chad Kelly one-on-one quarterback lessons while they're in college.
Couldn't even do a camp.
Couldn't even do a camp with 200 campers, given $200, run them through, let them have fun, let them eat lunch, and make some money.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just stand around for a few hours.
So I think it's harder it's more difficult to handicap today than ever. I wonder if this is played in Notre Dame's favor. Notre Dame is so prestigious academically, they're going to pull a certain kid, and a lot of times they're going to pull a kid that's not going to leave. Right. Notre Dame. For whatever reason. And so I think they're going to sign players, keep them. They'll pick a quarterback here and there, player. And who knew that after me saying for 20 years that they could not win the national championship? Because of the academic prestige, the tie, as far as the Catholic community and the brand, this could definitely play in favor for Notre Dame going forward. And they get high IQ kids. And in a day and age where other coaches are trying to bring in all these guys and get them to understand their system on offense and defense every year with a new, fresh group, high school and transfer portal of 40 guys. are 42, 44, 45 guys, which is half to over half your roster. I'm still going to go Texas. I will say that Georgia, instead of having to go on the road to Bama, Ole Miss, and Texas, they now get all three at home. I think that's something to watch. They still made the college football playoff and won the SEC championship, even though they didn't have a top 20 offense or defense scoring efficiency. I got to go with Georgia up there because they host Ole Miss, they host Bama, and they host Texas. I'm going Texas number 1 with Arch and Sark and Kwiatkowski, who's an unbelievable defensive coordinator. I tell you what team to watch out for is LSU with what they did. As far as Nussmeier, that was his first year. Now, here's the problem. Their road games are brutal. Ole Miss, Bama, Oklahoma. So that's a tough deal if we're going to talk about scheduling too. Florida, the problem is their schedule. I think that they're going to be really, really talented with a phenomenal young hotshot quarterback in DJ Lagway. The problem is their schedule's nasty. They got to go to Ole Miss. And I think LSU. Of course, they play Georgia every year. While they could be really good, I don't know if they can get to 10-2. Now, if Lagway's unbelievable, they've got some talent, man. They've got some dudes. They've recruited well. They've been in the portal, and they look like they're serious again. So I'm going Texas and Georgia. The race for third, Ole Miss may be in that conversation because of schedule. They're going to take a step back as far as veteran leadership and talent, but they can still go 9-3 with that schedule. Road games at Georgia and Oklahoma are not easy. Home games with Florida and LSU are not a cakewalk. Mississippi State's been terrible the last 2 years and played them well, and they got to go to Starkville. It won't be easy for anybody. But those are kind of my thoughts. I expect Auburn to make a jump. They're going to have a quarterback. Jackson Arnold will be good with Freeze. They went heavy in the portal too, as you saw, along with Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Auburn. So Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, heavy portal, along with Texas Tech. There you go. That's my power rank.
Solid list.
Texas, Georgia. Then it gets really, really into talent, schedule, and coaching. South Carolina's not going to be there. Oh, Bama. What am I doing? Bama. Okay. So Bama has to go to Georgia.
You know who's playing?
They don't play
quarterback.
Texas. LSU comes to Bama. Tennessee comes to Bama. Ooh. Watch out. When everything was in disarray and you're trying to replace the GOAT, they still hung in there for a pretty decent season. Not by their standards, but most people. Yeah, I'm going Bama. All right, I'm going Texas, Georgia, Bama. What you got? No. What were you saying about quarterback?
Oh, I need to know who's playing quarterback for him first.
I'll text Ryan Fowler. That's what we'll do.
He may be playing.
That's true. Well, you played some 8-man.
Hey, I played some good quarterback.
Did you throw a touchdown pass?
Did I?
How many?
I think 4 1/2 in the semifinals.
That's nice. You
Yeah.
like Joe Montana.
Dude, I was trying to bring us back.
You like Andrew Luck.
I'll take it.